Well, speaking of the rebuilding process, that's the main reason that I wanted to check in. We talked about this before we started recording. When the disaster hit, of course, all the big media came in. That was a huge deal, and that made obviously they're going to when even the president comes in and walks down Broadway. That was a real eye opener for me to see in my little town. There's the president, and alongside the governor, and there you are, right there with them all. That was just
I know, and
amazing to
Matt,
see.
I taught social studies, and I kept thinking, oh my gosh, if I were still teaching, I would love to be able to tell my students all of this, all of the pomp and circumstance, I guess, and the security that goes along with the president's arrival. It was chilling to me to stand there. And there was a Secret Service guy right next to me, not for my protection, but I think just to keep me from wandering off and keep me on task there at the Mayfield airport. And I was just about, there were three, what do you call those? Those big helicopters, they look like I never can remember the name. Anyway, they're not real helicopter. They're, anyway, there were three of those that I'd never seen before. And they came in and brought everybody else. And then the two Marine One helicopters that came in. And I was just about to have a spell, because I don't care what your politics are. When the president of the United States comes to your small town, it's a big deal and an honor, even if it is for a disaster. And I turned to this Secret Service agent guy and I said, you probably see this all the time, but I'm about to have a moment here. And he said, it never gets old. And I really appreciated that, because it was a moment here for our town, really.
Yeah, that was because I had conversations with people about the president visiting, and I just, regardless of your politics and what you think, if you didn't have to like this president, but him being there is an incredibly good thing, because that gets all the eyeballs on the community, and a lot of those eyeballs belong to sources and resources that are going to come in and help rebuild. Right. So it's hugely beneficial that he's there, regardless of who it is. So yeah, I mean, just seeing him there, and in addition to just kind of the coolness factor, I guess, of seeing the leader of your country in your hometown, but on top of that, knowing I knew that him being there was going to bring a lot of resources that might not have been there otherwise. So I was ecstatic to see him there, because I knew it was going to be a definite help to Mayfield, just his presence there.
And Matt, it showed a human side of a president, in the fact that the Judge Executive Jesse Perry and I and a bishop of St. James AME Church, we met downtown and walked on Broadway, like you said, and then we turned there and went to the west side of the court square, and we were about in front of where the messenger office had stood just a week prior to this. And Judge Executive Perry said, Mr. President, I hope that we could just stand here and pray for our community. And once again, putting politics aside, it's a pretty powerful statement when the president of your country pauses and prays with you for your community and the people and the families of those who we lost in the center of your tornado ravaged town. And then he walked a little further, and there were high school students there. Can we take a selfie? Which he did. I liked seeing a human side to any high-ranking elected official. It was a good moment for us.